Alright, I'm here to unbox the LS7 that I've been waiting patiently for 40 days. So let's get to it. So I know they double box these, so I know the first box here that I'm going to be cutting up will be the outer shell. So cut this up. Now let's see if they put my seat in here and my two chargers. So let's cut this carefully. Okay, I see a seat in there. And let's. Alright. My knife away. Okay. It's a big ass foam. So it looks like the fender is in good shape. Rear fender looks good. Looks like the controls. Let's look. Shit. What the fuck? It's on? Okay. Screen looks good. Everything looks good here. None of the lights look like they're damaged. Looks like it's packed very well. Massive. Wow, compared to the T4, this thing is massive. A lot bigger. So pretty much I had to deadlift the scooter out of there. And now it's right here. So this is how it comes. So you got to fold the stem up, and it comes with the fender, not attached. Here are my two chargers and the seat. So looks like you just push this thing up, and then you drop the clamps down. So I believe you just drop the clamps, they're up here originally, and then you just slide them down, and then you just clamp them together, push it down. This fog lights needs to be tightened up, so you gotta adjust these, tighten them up with the Allen. So here's the seat. It's a lot different than the one I had. It actually has a hole here. I don't know what this is for. This is probably for your perineum, so it doesn't put too much pressure while you sit down for, I don't know how long you ride for, 5 miles, 10 miles. So the next thing I need to do is put together the handlebar. So let me grab my tools over here and get that. All right, I'm gonna loosen all this up. So what a boring video. Let me fast forward through all this shit. So I'll let me turn this down. Personal section. So let's go over there and tighten it real quick. I'm still loose here. Get that tight. Okay. All right. Here are these wire cutters I use. The reason why I use these wire cutters are at the end of these tie wraps. If you notice, there's like they cut them off and they're really sharp. So sometimes you could actually cut yourself if you brush against these. So what I like to do is I like to use my denibbing tool, and just cut them flush. So now there's no way for you to get cut if you end up brushing against it, because I have my son stand in front, and usually when he grabs the stem, if he reaches to up here, he could actually cut himself with these tie wraps. Button up the top, let's do the bottom. Let's start off with the fog lights here. and with using a 5mm hex. So what I noticed was this was kind of bent. So what I did is I pulled it to the right to straighten it out. So I don't know if yours is like that. See right here on the left side, see how it's kind of not straight? I was gonna bend it like that a little bit. Now it's straight. Johnny Five Eyes, man. Johnny Five Eyes. Remember that movie? Short Circuit. Hell yeah. All right. So the fog lights are secure. And the locking mechanism down here, the clamps, I noticed that if you try to lock it this way, it won't stay. So you gotta lock it like that. So, and the stem is pretty sturdy. It's not like a D4, it doesn't even move at all, it's solid. So now let's get up here and start adjusting the speedometer and brake lever and all this jazz. Let's do that. All right, so to adjust the speedometer and the right brake lever, you have to use a 3mm and 4mm hex. And let me do that right now. So here is the speedometer. Let me loosen it up. I should be using my GoPro again. Apologize. Lazy. Have to get it charged. So I'm just doing it this way for now. Okay. Pull down here. Color display. Trip computer says 0. No miles. So let's see if you turn on the headlights. Okay, let's turn on headlights. Okay. Signals. Okay, signals work. Horns a lot way more quieter than the way more quieter than the D4. Hear that? I gotta figure out what the fuck's wrong with that. Okay, dual mode, eco mode. I still need to. Oh shit! I still need to attach the fender. Let me do that. All right, I just took out the cover, and I'm trying to figure out why there's no operating brake lights, and I figured it out. So when I purchased this LS7, I asked the owner or whoever I spoke to at NanRobot, does the LS7 have operational brake lights? Because that was a safety issue for me. And so they replied, yeah, it does have brake lights. And that's true. There's 2 brake lights back here. One is actually, the top one is a signal light, which I'll show you right now. Right signal light. And the bottom one is actually not a brake light. So if I press the brake lever, which I'm pressing right now, as you notice, the brakes are not turning on. So I popped open the cover, and I traced where the bottom light wire goes to, and it goes to this light relay, and it's actually a relay for strobing. So instead of being an operational brake light, it's hooked up to a relay that strobes the bottom LEDs on each side, and the front LED actually stays on as like a parking light. And I was like, how does this stupid thing operate? So when you press the button, the front LEDs turn on steady on both sides, but the rear bottom LEDs just have the strobing effect. So I don't know how I feel about that, because I really wanted a brake light, but I don't know, because I usually travel, I'll be using this during the day most of the time. So to have this on, I don't know, kind of looks annoying. So I need to contact NanRobot and see if there's a way to wire just the brake lights. And check out this spaghetti of mess. They don't even, organize it. It's all jumbled up in here, so I gotta just take some time and organize the wiring here, because this is pretty sad, to tell you the truth. So there you go. This is the inners of the LS7 at the moment. And also I noticed when I took it out for a quick spin, the brakes are not aligned, so they make some noise. And I found this squeaking issue with this seat right here. You hear it? So when I was braking, hitting the brakes really hard, this squeaking was produced, and I was like, where the fuck is that coming from? So it's the connection right here. So I need to probably tighten it or put some lube or something to prevent it from squeaking. And that's what led me to take off the cover and then try to trace where the brake lights were. But now we know. Strobes. Screw that shit. Alright, so I ended up tightening this little latch here, so that fixed the squeaking of the seat. So now it's nice and perfect. And here, let's turn this on so you can see it. So when you power it on, there you go. Modes. This one will go gear 1. I haven't driven in 2 or 3 yet, but gear 1 is fucking fast already as it is. 60.4 voltage. So this has signals and single do mode, horn, and the headlight, and the stupid strobe buttons right here. But yeah, all in all, this thing's a monster compared to the D4. So stay tuned. I'm gonna do some test rides with it, and I got my Insta360 camera that I could attach to this, and we'll take it for a spin. So